Hey guys, it's Jen and welcome to Fiction Addictions. This is my Lisa Unger Served Him Right arc review, which I am very excited I got a copy of this arc. Arc is advanced reading copy. I actually read it on my tablet, and instead of holding it up the whole time, I'm just going to put a picture on the screen. First, I want to thank Park Row, which is a division of HarperCollins, for allowing me access to this book and reading it before its release date, which is March 10th. If you've watched our channel, you know I am a huge Lisa Unger fan. I feel I have also influenced Amanda. She has loved several. She even got me an autographed happy birthday message, signed copy that she annotated, which I still love. What a personal gift that was. Thank you again, Amanda. And that one is of Confessions on the 745, which still is my favorite book of Lisa Unger's, even after this one. I want to say I'm going to have some light spoilers in this arc review. I'm not going to reveal anything huge. So if you don't like getting a lot more information on a book, it might not be the arc review for you. But there are a couple things I want to talk about because I reread the description and it doesn't say a couple things, but I still feel it's only light spoilers. So this one is about a friend group. They have a brunch, and the sisters Anna and Vera are who you mostly see from the viewpoint of. And Anna has broken up with a boyfriend, and she's having this like brunch celebration because she wants to move on. She wants to put him in her past. She feels like it is a toxic relationship, and her friends agree. So they get together to celebrate that. And you do see from a couple different perspectives of the friend group, but you don't see from all of the friend group. I think that's intentional to make you question some of the friends because of the things that happens, but I'm not entirely sure. I have more thoughts on that in a minute. So during this brunch, you find out that the ex-boyfriend that she's celebrating has been found dead. A police officer shows up, and there is a connection with the police officer with Anna as well. But there are more things happening that you end up that I feel was the main reason why I did enjoy this book. And I wore this shirt for a reason because it is an element that I don't feel like I read too much in books, but it is more of the Coven of Witches variety. And I feel like it was a very interesting take on what happens in this story. So my mild spoiler is the fact that there are elements of witches in this book. I'm not going to say much else, but I wanted to say that, and it doesn't say that in the description. I enjoyed it more because of that. If that is something that you like to read, I definitely think this book would be interesting for you as well. My only complaint is I feel like it was very surface. It doesn't delve too much into any of it, and I'm not sure why. I feel like it was a very surface element for a lot of aspects to this story. And my other complaint is I feel like there were a lot of characters going on in this book. If I counted correctly, there are 15 different people involved in this story. Now, some of them you don't hear from and see the perspective. The story is told from several different points of view. Each chapter has someone else who's telling their portion of the story. And at that brunch, because this part is in the description, someone falls very deathly ill. And between her ex-boyfriend being found murdered and this friend who falls ill, Anna is really looked at as a huge suspect in this because she has ties to both of them, and there are other reasons. Again, I'm not going to go too far into it and spoil more details of this book. I did feel like it was a very enjoyable psychological thriller. You keep guessing as to what happens. I like half guessed what was going on. I didn't fully guess. It's almost like what happens with Frida McFadden, that you don't really get all the information, and with what information you have, you can kind of get in the ballpark of who may be responsible. But the reasons why and the full scope of what is happening, I didn't guess. And I did think it was really interesting. So I did enjoy it. I am a fan of Lisa Unger. I feel like it would be hard for me at this point for me not to like a book of hers. I feel like it went pretty quickly, and my only complaints were it would have been interesting to do more with the witch element. And I feel that there were just a lot of characters going on. That aspect doesn't bother everyone. I think sometimes I just struggle with, I'm tired after a long day of work. My brain doesn't want to have to work too hard when I'm reading some of these books that I'm reading. And because a lot of these books I feel like are just fun to try and guess what's going on, guess who might have committed whatever murder. And if you have way too many people to try and keep straight in the story, it's not always fun then. But it wasn't enough for me to want to put it down or to not like this book. It's just a classic Lisa Unger psychological thriller. So I was very much invested and loved the book. It is out March 10th. I highly suggest that you pick this book up and put it on your TBR, especially if you love psychological thrillers. If psychological thrillers are what you love to read, then this one will definitely be something that you enjoy. Thanks so much for watching my ARC review of Served Him Right by Lisa Unger, and until next time.